Hi, I'm Kirsten England. I'm the Chief Executive in the City of York Council, and I'd like to start by thanking you for your interest in the post of Director of Children's Services, Education and Skills in the City of York. It's a fantastic opportunity, and I'd like to take a moment or two to just cover some of the key aspects of the role. I'd like to talk a little bit about the city that you'd be working within, the council, the organisation that you'd be part of, and then some of the specific challenges of the role. So let's start with the city. Of course, the overwhelming perception of York is that we're a relatively affluent and prosperous city, and of course that's true. We benefit hugely from having a very strong asset base here in the city, very high level of skills in the population, low levels of unemployment, and a very strong brand that we can take to market and secure inward investment and growth. And actually that's what we're seeing right now, confidence in the city's economy, and investment levels rising. But that masks some of the challenges that we work with on a daily basis within the city. The first is that there are real deep pockets of deprivation, and too many of our children still living in income-deprived households, effectively living in poverty. We know that wage levels across the city are still lower than where we want them to be, particularly when you think about the cost of living in the city, which is disproportionately high, at least in part to do with the housing shortage and the high demand for housing, driving up both the cost of buying and the cost of renting in this city. So we know we have work to do if we're to enable people to live well and to live long, healthy lives in this city. And indeed, that's really where the energies of the council are focused right now. Clearly, it's a moment of challenge for everybody, all organisations in local government. We have a very challenging financial picture. But against that backdrop, we're really driving for a cycle of investment and growth rather than a cycle of decline. Two main priorities. One is to create jobs, grow the economy, very particularly to drive up productivity and to match the skills needs of our economy with the skills that are available in the labour force. And the second is to ensure that we get alongside and support individuals and families and communities that are in much more challenging circumstances and require particular levels of support from and alongside us throughout their lives. It's why I'm glad to say that the council is a living wage employer, and against this very challenging backdrop, we're on a pretty fundamental journey, transforming the way we see how we secure outcomes for people in the city. And I suppose that's the point I'd make. We're moving rapidly from being a traditional service provider to doing what it takes to deliver the best possible quality of life in this city. We've got a comprehensive programme of transformation underway within the council, much of which we touch areas in your portfolio. And we're also driving for a shift in the culture, which is about dismantling needless hierarchy and bureaucracy and allowing the full talent of the workforce to come into play and to find solutions to today's challenges, and to find those solutions alongside residents. So less doing for and to residents and much more listening and getting alongside residents and working with their aspirations for their lives, which clearly is at the heart of the agenda around children's services. So just to move briefly on to your portfolio, it's been a very strong area of performance in York for a long time. And we benefit from having a very strong partnership with our schools and our education providers, whether it's through the York Education Partnership, which is with our schools and FE colleges, or through Higher York, which is a collaboration of the two universities and the two FE colleges. And we are working through all the changes, the financial and policy changes that are affecting the education sector in close collaboration with our schools. And we're seeking to move much more into those strategic conversations about how do we guarantee all children a great upbringing in this city, rather than just a conversation about delegations of budgets and who's responsible for what and back office services. So you will find a strong partnership, but not a complacent one. And we know that we have concerns, the schools and ourselves have concerns about progression in some parts of the system, and what we want to do is to work together to tackle and challenge some of that. Coming on to the other area of children's services, again, we're very proud to date of our performance in relation to safeguarding children and child protection generally. But you know, we are under no illusion that the challenges grow every day. We're in the midst of recruiting for a new chair for our safeguarding board. We're coming through a period of rapid transformation and change in children's social services. We know the new Ofsted inspection process will be very challenging, but will be quite rightly focused on the experience of children growing up in this city. We're ready for that challenge, but we're under no illusion as to some of the challenges that will bring. I would just point out that this role also has a remit for the skills agenda within the city, and I look forward to the new post holder in this role really picking up and running with the issue of how do we ensure that our young people and those not connected to the workforce that won't have the right skills for a growing economy, particularly in the digital IT age and with engineering skills being in short supply, not to mention the construction skills we'll need if our house building ambitions start to be delivered. So all in all, it's a really exciting opportunity. We're a very collaborative organisation. We benefit from having a fantastic purpose developed facility that we work from now. All open plan, Wi-Fi throughout. We share our building with our partners. What you'll find is that we're living up to the promise of being one leadership team for the whole organisation. I hope you'll take your interest further, and I look forward to receiving your application. Thank you.